Hey guys, drdecks here. Today I wanted to show you how I found a square line on a curve for laying out my in-light LED lighting. So I know I'm going to get some questions about this. I've had it in the past. I'm getting some on Instagram as well. So I thought I'd do a really cool tutorial. This might be more of a quick tip than a full feature or full-length video, but we'll get into it and we'll see how long it lasts. So basically, when you're on a circumference or a curve or a radius or whatever you want to call it, how do you figure out a way to lay something in a straight line? So in this case, I have 4 lights that I want to put in a straight line coming down to project light at night so the client has a nice glow, nice ambiance, and also for safety so they can see the path of where they're heading. So what I do is I take a straight edge. In this case, I'm using a 6-foot R-beam, and I just set it right down onto the grass. And it doesn't matter where I want to pick the line. I just kind of start with something that I think looks fairly square. But the way I check it for square is I take a protractor, and what you have to do is you have to take an average of the circumference. So what I do is first of all, I'm just going to lay this out so that the far end is sitting right here on this groove, and this end is sitting on the groove as well. And I can see right now, this is long enough to where I can put it down onto my next rise. So what I have to do is try to find a matching angle that goes on both sides of this line, that the protractor matches from each side. So what I'm gonna do is lock this in. I've picked my side, and now I'm going to flip the protractor over, and I'm going to line it up again, and you can see I'm off a little bit. Okay? So that means that this side fits this angle, but this side does not. So I'm going to try to split the difference of what those two angles were so I can make them about the same. Now this isn't 100% the most accurate way to do this, but it's close enough, in my opinion, to make it work. So then I've adjusted my protractor. I've got it in my groove. I bring it over, and I'm going to move this over to my new protractor angle. Okay, so now I've moved it. I'm going to flip it over, stick it back in here, and try this side. I'm still off, I mean, a little bit. So technically, that would work, but let's try to go for perfection here. Okay, I've moved it a little bit. Was that too much? So I'm going to try to take my level and put it right on that line. Normally I would identify this top. PVC erases really easy with pencil lead, so normally I would just identify my top line. Like, there's my top. And I'm not putting a real heavy line, I'm just putting on something I can see but I can erase. So there's my top line. I'm bringing the protractor over. Okay, it fits perfect. All right, I'm gonna make sure that's locked. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to line it up. And we're still off. So I need to come in a little bit. Not a bunch. Because you only want to take about half of what the distance was, because it's going to change on the other side. Okay, let's try that. So I'm still on my mark here. It says I need to go this way a little bit. Watch your foot. That was a little too much. I'm going to bring it back over. That looks pretty good. Let's flip it back over this way. That's pretty close. So now that I have the equal angle from both sides, I know that I have a pretty straight line. It's pretty square. So then what I do is I just go through and I just mark the tops of each one of my locations where I need to put a light, like so. And then I can square down and identify where the holes need to go. So that's just one way for you guys to be able to figure out how to lay something out on a curve. There's several different ways as well. We could do this. We could take this level and pick a line. This wire's in the way actually, but if we wanted to pick a line like this and equal out both ends and move this around, you could actually figure out square that way as well. But I find that if you use the protractor method, you're gonna find you get a pretty close angle that's gonna be close to square. It may not be 100% perfect, but who is, right? So this is just one way. I hope that it helps somebody out there, maybe figure out something a little more complex when you're in your builds. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you saw, please click that subscribe button and hit that bell icon to be notified when we're putting out fresh content. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.